Hey guys, today we're taking a look at my Red Nova Resonator deck. This deck was requested by TheKinFing. So the idea behind this type of deck is basically you use the Resonators and other similar type cards to stall and bring out Red Nova Archfiend and or Red Dragon Archfiend, and then you use the other tuners to summon out Red Nova Dragon, which is it makes the deck very, very powerful because he's a very powerful card. And I'll talk about all that when I get to it. But first off, Dark Resonator, just a really good stall card to start out really nicely. Creation Resonator just lets you special summon him very easily, letting you bring out Red Nova pretty easily. Solar Windjammer, obviously in a deck that focuses on 8-star synchros, this is a must-have. So now we have Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is really good in a lot of decks, but in this deck in particular because having a level 1 tuner is really good, so you can summon it out because you might need it for Red Nova or summon it from the graveyard, and I'll talk about that. So kind of help with the special summon engine, we have 2 Psychic tuners, Krebons and Psychic Commander, both very useful in this deck, both very good cards overall. And then the Tricky, another card that allows you to get some tuners to your graveyard and allows you to special summon him for, easy 8-star synchros. So very, very good card in this deck. And then Junk Synchron, really, really good in this deck. Just allows you to summon out the lower level tuners so you can set up Red Nova, or you can just set up other things if you want to do other synchros. So very nice in this deck. And then we have Barrier Resonator. So it can be used to protect your other tuner monsters, which is an interesting use for it, but we'll be mostly using it to get it back from the graveyard or to summon it to have another 1-star tuner like Effect Veiler, so very useful. So now for the spell cards, Resonator Call just searches out the Resonators very easily, amazing card, lets you do whatever you need to do. Emergency Teleport, kind of like my Stardust Assault Mode deck, using this as an easy way to bring out those psychic monsters. Same thing with Instant Fusion, another easy way to bring out those synchros. Forbidden Lance, good for protecting your powerful synchro monsters. Definitely, it's good to protect Red Dragon Archfiend before you get out Red Nova, because Red Nova can take care of itself, but still really good card overall. 1-for-1 can be a really nice way to get out those level 1 tuners. At 1 MST, I didn't have room for any more, but it's good to have one just in case. Dark Hull. For the traps, we're going to have 2 Red Carpet, so this is definitely situational, but this is just an easy setup for Red Nova, which I'll talk about, but a very good card when the opportunity strikes. Otherwise, some stable traps. You really don't have to run any back row in this deck, it's up to you. I personally like having some back row. So now for the extra deck, obviously going to have anything above 6 stars, because the only monsters we have in here that aren't tuners are 5 stars and higher. So Iron Chain Dragon with 1 and 6. You want to use as many dragons as possible because of how some of the other cards work. Black Rose Dragon, Stardust, 2 Red Dragon Archfiends, obviously because that's the idea behind the deck. Scrap Dragon, Star Eater, very easy to get out in this deck. And 2 Red Novas. You can run 1 if you want. It's hard enough getting out 1, and if you get out 1, you should be able to win the duel, but I still like to have 2 in here just in case. So it's a super powerful card. It gains attack by all the tuners in the graveyard, and you're going to have a ton of tuners in the graveyard. So usually it'll have over 5,000 attack. Can't be destroyed by spells, traps, or monsters. Has to be bounced. So bounced or banished. Also, you can negate attack. So really, really powerful card. Very hard to deal with. And then just the fusions. You can use whatever you want. That's like 5 and 4-star. Using 2 5s and 1 4. So I picked Ojama Knight and Darkfire. It's up to you which ones you want to use. If you run Ojama Knight, you can run cards like Ghost Ship, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, very nice to allow those synchro summons. And then just a few XYZs. You have a good amount of level 3s, so not a bad idea to put a few 3-star XYZs in here. I just have 1 Zenmaines. I don't have a lot of room in this extra deck. You'll also have a lot of ability to get out 5 stars, so putting in 5-star XYZs is a really good idea, like Volcasaurus and Tiras. So now for the side deck. Side decks in my videos are just recommended cards that can also work when you're building the deck. It isn't necessarily a side deck for matches. So first off, there are other Resonators you can use, but most of them I don't really like. Force Resonator is one that's actually pretty interesting because it's 2-star, so that allows you to use him with like Krebons, so that can make up Red Nova. So that's an interesting way to do it. Cyber Dragon, also a good choice. Ghost Ship, also a good choice depending on your amount of light that you have. With all these fiends, you can run Dark Necrofear also, which can be really interesting and allows you to get some other high-level synchros. Unknown Synchron can also work really well with this deck, obviously to get out Red Nova and do other synchros. The garbage cards are kind of interesting. Garbage Ogre to search out Garbage Lord, and Garbage Lord to get him out, and like the other 5 stars. But that life point cost is kind of steep, and we have a lot of different ways to get out 5 stars that can be a little more quicker. So not currently what I'm doing. Although if you do run Garbage Ogre, you have access to a level 3 that's not a tuner, which will allow you to do some other things. And then Vice Dragon, also an alternative, kind of like Cyber Dragon. Gores, if you're not running any back row, Gores can be a really good card in this deck, just because it's a really easy way to get out 8-star synchros. You'll have him, you can use his token as a level 7 plus whatever you want, to get out synchros, so very nice. There's a bunch of other synchros you can add. You definitely have the ability to get out 9 stars in this deck with a few different things, so Mistworm can be a choice. There's also a bunch of other higher level synchros, so it's up to you. There are some Resonator support, like Resonant Destruction. This is an interesting one, just allows you to destroy cards, but not really a big deal in the type of deck I'm running. Double Summon can be really useful for getting out Red Nova quicker, so that's an alternative. In a synchro-based deck, Mind Control can always be really good. I really wanted to put this in this deck, but it just didn't happen. The bad thing is if you don't get a tuner with Mind Control, it could be kind of difficult. So there's also some draw power, like Red Dragon Vase is an interesting one you can do just to get some draw power. Not currently my big importance in this deck, being able to get more cards, hoping to use my opening hand to do enough, but that's an interesting choice. And one of the other supports for Resonators is Red Screen, which is an interesting one. It costs a lot of life points to maintain, and you can also special summon level 1 tuner, so it's a really interesting card. I definitely can see it run in some decks, but I'm not a big fan of it. A lot of life points you'll start adding up with cards like this. So that's my Red Nova Resonator deck. Pretty fun. I'm not sure how competitive it can be, but it really does have a good ability to Synchro Swarm and get out Red Nova, which is really, really fun when you do get them out. But if you guys have your own Red Nova Resonator deck, post below, let me know in the comments, talk about what cards you use in that deck and that kind of thing. But I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.